And we're live. Hi everyone, this is Amchmer, and I'll be returning to ROTK 10. So, there's something I'm actually very curious about. I was looking into what I can do, and then I noticed this one. So the last scenario in the original ROTK 10, I guess the expansion, only went to 227. But this one goes up to 253. Don't mind this. This is like imaginary, non-historical. There's one that goes to 253, and now I'm curious regarding what will happen here. Like whether or not it will continue historically or will certain things change. So I'm actually curious. So I'm actually gonna play a Sima Zhao. I want to see what will happen here. So Sima Zhao is the son of Sima Yi. And at this point, Zhuge Liang has passed away. The country splitting into three kingdoms has solidified. Only time has slowly passed away. Within Wei, Sima Yi has defeated Cao Shuang. And as a result, his sons Sima Si and Sima Zhao hold the power, and therefore the power of the Cao Wei gradually weakens. And within Wu, after Sun Qian has passed away, Zhuge Ge, who has fought off an attack from Wei, is, I guess, in power. He's kind of like Zhuge Liang in Su, basically holding a lot of power. And as for Su, the one who inherited, the ones who inherited the dreams of Zhuge Liang, Jiang Wei, is preparing to work with Zhuge Ge to once again strike at the north. And therefore, year 5 of Wei, year 2 of Wu. I don't know why it says extended to year 16, 253, February. A new chapter has begun. To win and lose is common. Before you're in battle because we have lost in the north. But what about the loss? The most important thing is to prepare for the next battle and take control. Prepare for battle and take over the known world for my family, which is the Sima family. So right now, Cao Fang, I think that's Cao Fang, is still giving orders. So the Sima family isn't completely in control yet. Man, these are really familiar. Deng Yi and all of those. So, and as you know, because the scenario is so different, I'm actually not sure what to expect. Oh, we have a lot of interesting. Do we have any officers? Yes. You're too far. But the other three I will take because it's better to have them than not. Well, we have questionable loyalty and whatnot. Man, we have some pitiful officers. So one is here. Okay. Luckily they're all in this kind of corner. Wait, what? Oh, you just have to make me do extra work, huh? How dare you? And then one more. I'm too lazy to go to the other one. It's just too far. Oh, of course you leave. Yeah. Wait, he's... What? It said he's the second son of... Oh, wow. I'm like, I dare you to have another one of those. I dare you. Because I could counter it. I can't counter any more of it. I mean, it's nice to have some of those. Oh, come on! Of course, I'm just about to end it, but it's like, no. I don't get that lucky. Man, this is such a close debate. I didn't think Sumatsu was so bad at it though. Like, his abilities are awful. Man, you are terrible, Sumatsu. You're nothing like your father. I don't want to keep debating. Why did I click it? Oh, I hate this. Okay, at least I have a way to respond if he... See, I need to stock up on those funlins so I actually have a way to counter him. But right now, my other options are really limited. Man, he's really terrible. I'm gonna lose again, aren't I? He's just terrible at this. Okay, I'm glad he had that. So that's gonna give me a bit of a breathing room. That's also gonna give me a bit of a breathing room. I dare him to throw another one of those at me. Oh, come on, not again. This is miserable. How lucky can you get? Seriously. Yes, keep throwing the Dao pools at me so I could like reflect it back at you. I can't even ponder because... Are you kidding me? Oh man. Talk about getting screwed over so bad by RNG. Oh, I hate these. Why is it so hard to convince your son? Like, does your son hate you or something? Oh, did I forget to... Oh, shoot. I forgot to give commands to all the governors. Whoops. I'm just curious if it's program or did they just like... Yeah, back to the scenario because I keep getting sidetracked. I'm just curious if... like, everything is programmed to happen as it should? Or is there they just made the scenario and be like, hey, that'd be cool. Because I just don't know. Do I have to visit Luoyang often? Ooh, that's a big no-no. That is way too far. I'm not going all the way there. I don't know why he's... Didn't he die? I don't know. Anyways, I'm looking at the situation. We're gonna need to train. Man, all the officers this late sucks. Like, you would think some of them would be at least somewhat talented, but no. They're that bad. They are like actually that terrible. Actually, when you look at it, Wu is actually pretty strong. I mean, they have 3 army groups. But they are not pushovers. Why do we not have... I don't think there's anyone here. I may do that just to see if I can trigger anything. You never know. Like I said, for all I know, it might have been that they just included it because they're like, oh, it'll be cool. You can try that because I don't want to go so far. Wait, what do we have? Infantry, cavalry. Let's get a cavalry, another infantry, and 2 bowls, and a cavalry. There. I don't know what would trigger anything though. And I also don't know, like, Wu looks really strong. Actually, I want to check something out. I'm gonna save first. Actually, there's no easy way to check. Actually, here there is. 84 officers. Wait. 8425. I just want to check the numbers. 84. Wait, you're still alive? 84, 25, 57, 14. Yeah, Wu is pretty strong given the number of officers they, like the cities they have and the officers they have, just the ratio. 38-9. So 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. I mean, it's not that different. Actually, where's Smasu? Would it be easier to play as Smasu because he's already at the city? Because I feel like it's a lot less work playing as an officer instead of a viceroy. And I'm worried about like going aggressive and trying to win because I'm trying to trigger events, which becomes quite a bit harder if you're trying not to make certain things happen the way they shouldn't. Are some of these still small? Yeah, small, medium, small, 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 small. Oh my god, most of these are still small. That's a pretty disadvantage. Yeah, maybe it is better to play as Smasu because he's in the city. Huh. I mean, Smasu did get involved. Wait, actually, is his son should be alive, right? Sima Yan, yes. We should probably be training troops. Honestly, I think there's enough resources that I don't really need to. Why did I pick that? Oh my god. He can't duel, he can't debate. Is there anything you're good at, my friend? Probably not. We're not even gonna win this, are we? We might come close. Might. Keyword might. Man, they're countering everything. Can we hit this? We might have a chance. Oh my god, I got so lucky. That's terrible. Yeah, let's stick with no debates. None of those. Because it's too hard. Alright, let's keep recruiting troops. I mean, I guess one strategy is if you have enough population, just keep recruiting troops, training them, and then sending them to the front line and have the frontliners go and beat the enemy up, you know. Just gonna visit here often. Maybe I should. I don't think there's a guide anymore. Genius, okay. I just came back. Ugh. How dare he toy with me, or that he's gonna perish. I swear. Unless I have to actively do something. If that's the case, I don't know what it is. Wait, I'm also curious about a few other things. Medium, that's also small. Small. I mean, these are small too, but at least Hangan is fairly big. Do all of these only have like one officer? Yeah. Damn. I'm gonna send a couple of my officers here. I don't need so many. They're all pretty bad, so. Alright, we'll keep recruiting. It does put Wei in a pretty strong position when you think about it. Because in theory, they could recruit more. Yeah, you have a lot of training to do. It's gonna visit Luoyang. Because if something were to happen, it would be here. It would be here. Actually, maybe I'm calling him wrong. Maybe that's Cao Huang. If I could see how it's written. Might be Cao Huang. I'm actually not sure. Stop wasting my time. We don't have time for that stuff. Wait, is recruiting affected by the reputation? Is it? I'm actually not sure. Alright, anything? Yay, we actually succeeded there. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be slow and quiet, boring. Let's train. That is one thing I like about ROTK 11. Like you just have you train once and it affects everyone. Oh shit, I forgot about my task. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I have a feeling that war and combat is gonna start happening before we get a chance of seeing the events trigger. At least I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. Unless it just happens. Go back. It's 254. Unless Sima Zhao has to perish. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Looking at this. One of these summons will probably trigger something, I don't know. Or does it have to be Samasu? I can't think he keeps summoning me, but he's like, I have nothing better to say other than... Like, he said a bunch of nothing, if that makes sense. Alright, how are forces looking? We're gonna make full use of the fact that we have a large population so we can recruit a lot. Oh, that's a scripted event that happens to all of them. But do you even have... Yeah, two, and it's so hard to make him work. They're just very different, Sima Yi and his sons. Like, Sima Yi is incredibly powerful. His sons are... They're impressive relative to everyone else, which is really bad. They're like, yeah, relative to everybody else, they're pretty good, but... Really, you're gonna leave your cap? Oh, man. I can already see how things are gonna go horribly wrong. Do I have, like, no charisma? Like, how am I failing this non-stop? Do I want to keep waiting? Wow, that's a lot of training needed. Let's just get some other units. We have a lot of gold. I don't think it's scripted. Alright, fine. Wait, does this duel count towards... I'm still gonna have a hard time. Oh, come on. Of course he has that. Really? I am just so unlucky. In terms of trying to hit the abilities. I am losing this. I mean, the fact that he countered all of my special abilities really sucks. Is it over? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that doesn't even count. Right, I don't have any abilities. Like, this ability is useless if my opponent has no abilities. Speak of. Okay, we just need to finish it and then we're done. Good. Quick, simple, clean. Oh, this counts, but the other doesn't? Alright. I'm just seeing if there are any events scripted, because creating the events is a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't blame them if they don't. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't script events. Though it does make these later scenarios a little more boring. I don't know if I have to wait a certain year before something special happens. Man, you can't even complete these. This is just sad. Do we have... Really? Well, I'll recruit him. So I think he's like the nephew of Xia Houyuan. He originally took up to fighting Zhuge Liang and lost horribly. And as a result of that, he was... I mean, I might mention it. Oh, because of the loss, he no longer has a place to go to. Which really sucks when you think about it. I mean, he was fighting against Zhuge Liang. It's not like it's an easy task. Wait, what's happening? Oh, it's Jiang Wei. That's Wu Zhangyuan, I think. I can't believe he threw troops there. Oh, man. I might go on the offensive because... Yeah, maybe I'll just finish it. Alright, where would I attack? I'll probably target the capital. And then go from there. Yeah, you know what? Screw that. I'm just gonna automate it. Because it's too much work otherwise. Yeah, ROTK 11, the AI will do better and be harder to take down. Okay, we are going to medium, the small. We're going to target this. The lasting a bit longer than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. Step back here. Let's just win this. Brush Wu. I really don't get how the auto resolve works, but it's actually pretty nuts when you think about how easy it is. Alright, do we have any troops? We have some troops there. We will move you over to here. And we will deliver all the troops there. You will get all the... Did I call it gold or money? You can go and attack that city. And then we'll use this opportunity. I think all of these are small. Okay, do we need to... kind of. That's also... Let's put these to good use. Let's use this opportunity to take a breather. You never know, I may become... Actually, the Sima Zhao... Alright. This is gonna be hard. Because I am counting on RNG. At least it feels a bit less RNG heavy compared to ROTK 11. 11 is literally, yeah, you could get screwed over so badly. Oh, come on. Of course, he has a lot of those abilities. Yay! Okay. Can we end this? No. That would have been too nice. Alright. Yeah, he's terrible at debates. But if I get up to 4 and get an ability, it may make life easier. Oh. Wow, it wasn't a complete waste of time this time. Wait, what happens if I rebel? Wait. So you're telling me that if I have a large enough territory, oh, that's hilarious, and have all the officers under me have no governors, we would be able to just rebel. Oh, that would be a cool scenario. Just rebel and then it's like, to hell with you. Alright, let's attack here. Yeah, against overwhelming numbers, Sugagu can't do much. At least not in the face of the auto-resolve. I forgot I had that mission. I completely forgot I had that mission. It's like, oh yeah, we still had that, yes. Really? He doesn't even have... Man, some of them are terrible. Yeah, that would be an interesting scenario where you just decide to form your own faction and then just fight. Alright, we probably need to replenish some forces. The only downside of auto-resolve is the massive casualties that you take. Which I guess is pretty normal. Alright, just... Yeah, just give me that entire territory, why don't you? Alright, we're gonna attack Zhengsha and then go after Zhengling. And then we're gonna use Zhengling as base of operation. We're gonna quickly sweep through... Well, quickly. I don't know how quickly we can do it, but... Yeah, that was cute. It's like, I'm gonna reinforce. It's like, you should worry about yourself first. Man, Su is really on the defensive. Yes, arrive just as we take the city. I'm sure that works really well. Oh, is our subject actually going on the offensive? Oh no, that's Sun Liang's forces. And you're not doing anything. Ah. Oh wait, no, Deng Yi is building. Interesting. Wait, did he fake? Oh no, never mind. I'm getting things confused. I honestly wouldn't want to fight with these officers because they're really bad. Can I get spoiled from the other officers? Not going to lie. If he can't take that city, it'll be so funny. I'll be like, how can you not even take that city. Alright, let's actually visit Luoyang and then see what happens. Man, you really know how to butter someone up, huh? Okay. That's a pretty good hand. Now let's just see if it's enough to carry the day. Yes. Good. I was like, if it takes a bit longer, he's probably gonna land that and then land that one and cause some problems. Yeah, we're gonna sweep through a bunch of these. I love how they keep sending reinforcements way too late. Like, way too late. Let's take Tongsa because they keep annoying. I don't think I have enough food, so I should probably head back, replenish, take those two cities, and then we'll go from there. Let's head back. Why do you care about Yong'an? Priorities of the AI is really bad. Yeah, I didn't realize how strong auto resolve was in the hands of a human. I feel like you can win most battles. No, you are going to stay there. And I'll give you the task of attacking Jianan, which hopefully you could accomplish this time. Alright. You should outnumber them greatly. Good. They just, like, there's no possible way, if I fight these battles normally, to win that quickly. Like I don't know what steroids they're on, but it works. Like something you finish 2-3 days. Like if you fight the actual battle, you might get through the first gate if you're really aggressive. Then we're gonna repeat what we were doing. Finish any that gets a little too low. He's scared. He's like, I might want to butter him up some more. 200? Are you kidding me? You have 181,000. Yeah, I haven't seen any events. It's possible that they just didn't program it. Or did I attack? No, I waited for a while. Jiang Wei would have made a move, but... Actually, now I'm curious. Can I still trigger that event? Let's make sure, yeah, if there are troops. But that event required... If you remember, there was one event which is like the fall of Su. I don't know if that can still be triggered. Now I'm actually very curious. I mean, it might not be possible, but it doesn't hurt to try. Let's get reinforcements. He's, yeah. You piece of beep. We capture that. And then we're gonna immediately attack this. Yeah, Kevly, these are usually harder to take than actual cities. It's pretty sad when you really think about it. Well, good for them. Okay, let's replenish. Some of these are not my forces because I don't think I could lose that. Well, all the resolve. So we did fight quite a few battles. And when you think about it, like going off on a tangent, the idea that your ability to recruit troops does diminish over time does reflect what kind of happened to Wuhan, where eventually they got to the point where they cannot continue fighting because they are unable to fight effectively, basically. I'm assuming with all that has happened, Jiawei probably would be fine. Report, he has led our forces to the capital of Su, Chengdu, and surrounded it, and it said that Liu Cai has already surrendered. Is this true? So this still can be triggered. Ways, they led a force that was able to strike the heart of Su. Because of the sudden appearance of the enemies, to defend the capital, all of those defending Chengdu has been sent out, but they have been defeated by Deng Yi. Chengdu without the defenses was in those within Chengdu, due to having no more defenses, surrendered. Oh no, they were in shock of their sudden lack of defenses, and therefore there's a lot of debate between surrendering, continuing to fight, or death. And during this time, this person suggested to surrender. And the fifth son of Liu Tan swore to continue fighting, because they would listen to him. Definitely, he went to the grave of Liu Bei, and then he and his wife and son took their own life. And therefore, Liu Tan has decided to surrender, and Su has come to an end. Just like this. So that still can trigger, I see. Well, you're lucky. I mean, maybe it can happen. Or maybe what I need to do is play as Sibasi. Maybe I'll do that for my next. Let's send all of my forces to somewhere closer. So that we can actually have, like, our forces won't starve. Because while a bit of starving, it's okay. You starve them enough and suddenly morale is so low that you can't make anything work. Oh, I'm too fast. I have the fastest horse. Fastest horse everywhere. Are they attacking? Yeah, let's just speed this up. This is probably my fastest run. But that's all because of... But that's all because I have auto resolve. Otherwise, I don't know how long. Wait, did I order you to attack that city? I thought I ordered you to attack Jian. Sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. We're gonna run out of food. We honestly don't need food too. Like, it's different. ROTK 11. Okay, well, I was like, shoot, is that the event? No, that was something else. Our morale is still pretty high, all things considered. Wow, there's really no shorter path. Yeah, I'm not even gonna give them a proper battle. I'm just gonna auto resolve. It's gonna be done, and the Tao family is gonna. Wei is going to. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Man, I'm so glad they changed that for ROTK 11. Wait, do I have to return to your city? I guess so. I'm just gonna make this my new city because it's just faster. It's okay if I disband some forces. Like, we don't need that many forces. So that event still happens. That's interesting. I didn't expect this scenario to make it even easier. But, hey. That's certainly interesting. I wonder if something unique happens if you play as Denyi. But then you can't have it happen, so... Like, it's just an absolute pain. Trying to trigger that. Alright. Okay, we are done. Who has been defeated? Yes. Blah blah blah, whatever. We're just gonna go through this. That was the fastest run ever. I've never won this. Next video, I'm gonna play as Sumas and see if things can change. We'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.